We were talking about he's just not that into you. She's
Okay.
just not that into you.
Yeah, we watched that movie when Friday.
I
No,
wasn't with
Thursday.
you guys, but I've seen it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, the movie is basically based on a book that was written and discussing the things that women believe men that like them should do versus what the truth actually is. And one of the first scenes they showed was a little girl getting pushed down by this little boy on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing her mom said to her was, "Oh, he pushed you because he likes you."
Mm-hmm.
And basically that's the premise for the whole movie, is that if a guy treats you like crap, then he must like you.
Was that true when you were growing up? Because I do remember pushing girls down, and
I know. I never did that.
but I don't know if it was because I liked them or because they were in
annoying.
my way.
Yeah.
Don't get in my way. At that age, I didn't want you in my way.
That's a big thing. Like, it's a common misconception that women think they can understand what we're saying, but it's not always the case. Like, we do things because we just do them.
Yeah, if we don't like you, we don't like you.
Yeah.
You may be cute, but we don't like
Here's
you.
a question. Cute girl on the side of the cute girl is at the Walmart parking lot, right? Okay. Unattractive girl is in the Walmart parking lot, right? She's got a flat tire and she's sitting there trying to figure out what to do, but she's parked right next to you. Are you more amped to help her in the parking lot of Walmart, or if you see a cute girl on the side of the road? Is it the same?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe I missed your point.
I guess the point is, do we go further for people that do we go further in service for people that we're attracted to versus
I
people
think
that we're
so in
not?
general. I think so. Because, I mean, like, and that's for everybody. Like, people who get jobs, most of the women that they have sitting in the front at the reception desk aren't ugly.
Okay, I saw this unattractive girl. I didn't almost say I knew she was unattractive. I saw a girl broke down on I-20 one day. I was on my way to work, and I stopped and I helped her with her tire. But she stalked me after that. Called me every day, wanted to take me to lunch, wanted to get my address and send me a gift. It was crazy.
And here's a problem with that. Like, have you ever wondered or thought about the fact that just because I'm being nice to you doesn't mean that I like you? But I think the problem is that so many women these days and so many guys are just used to being mean or jerks to girls that whenever a guy is just nice, they're just like, he must like me.
And you know what? I can say that is definitely a perception for most people, for some people maybe. But for me, my mother raised me to be a gentleman. As a matter of fact, yeah, my mother raised me to be a gentleman. So it was basically like, she wanted me to practice the right things with her. So when I was 14 years old, my mom was like, "You better not get in the car without opening my door. Start these things early, so you'll know when a woman comes in and you see her arms full of groceries, you automatically jump up and help her. You don't sit on the couch and just wait till I say I need help with my groceries. If you know I've been to the grocery store, get up and help me." So that's how my mom was, and so I do those things now for people, and it doesn't have to be anything about me liking you or being attracted to you. That's just the call of nature for being a gentleman.
And that's how I was raised. The problem is that nowadays, that should be the standard. Every man should be a gentleman. That's just how I look at it. But the problem
Right.
is that the standard is set so low these days that a gentleman is an exception.
Right, you're right. It is. And then the thing is that you've got a lot of independent women who want chivalry to be dead, so they can have something to complain about.
I mean, but and I know there are going to be some females that are going to probably disagree with that. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
would have to get their opinion on it. But coming as a man, it's hard to treat women nicely without them thinking that there's going to be something to be attached with it. Like, it is hard to be just genuine with females these days as a male because you don't want to feel like you're overstepping your boundaries.
Did you come out of Holy High Club 412 at Destiny?
I did, but I also came out of the household of Judith Anderson.
Okay.
So that was a whole other step in itself. My mother did a really
They're
well.
doing an excellent job, with your whole perception of life at such an early age and responsibility, because that's great. Yeah, you're right. It is something that's fleeting in our society, and I think that I won't say women give placement to it, but that's kind of how it gets pushed away. You know, I have a friend who doesn't believe a man should do anything for her, and therefore when we go to the restaurant, she grabs the check first. Now, at first that was foreign to me, but now I'm a little used to it. I'm like, yo, sliding it though. You know, I'm pulling back easy, rubbing my stomach, hoping she's gonna say, "I'll take the check," and she does every time. She'll be like, "Ah, I got that," or she'll get on the phone and she'll, tell her mom like, "Hey, I'm at the restaurant with Ryan," and her mom will be like, "Oh, I got the check. Go ahead and pay for it. Send me the bill later on. Fax it to me," because her mom has got her kind of like, she's helping her out.
So does that mean that she's just not into you? Or
No.
You're not into her?
No, we're friends. I have to say we're friends. I got a story for you if you want to know about this. She's just not that into you though.
What's that?
I recently was okay. Here's your number one case where you realize that somebody's just not that into you.
Okay.
When it is a hookup. If two people hook you up, you can pretty much know that, all right, either we're going to click or we're going to clash. And so either you click or you clash. And when people hook you up, man, you're just working on a almost might be basis of either we're going to have something in common or we're not. And so I was recently hooked up with somebody, and yeah, we had some things in common, but the majority of what makes a relationship work, we were missing, because she wanted to be a certain way, I wanted to be a certain way, and we couldn't make that work. And I actually asked her, "Did you see the movie? She's just not that into you." And she's like, "Yeah, you saw it?" I was like, "Yeah." And she started doing things that were in the movie. Like she would say, "Oh, you know what? Let me call you back in 10 minutes." And it would be like 3 days. Or then she'll be like, "I'll call you right back." And it's 6 or 7 days go by. And she'll act like nothing ever happened. Like, "Oh, you talked to me yesterday, didn't you?" She's that way. She was like, "I'm not thinking that I have to apologize to you, because what I'm hoping to do is make you so mad that you won't even have to worry about."
Ryan, you
calling
have
you
the symptoms of the young lady in the movie.
No, I don't. That was a hook. It was a hookup.
No, because she was just like what you saying, like waiting by the phone and everything.
I wasn't waiting by the phone. I was
That's
unemployed.
what it sound like, though.
I wasn't waiting by the phone. I was
You
unemployed.
was like, she didn't call me back until like next week.
No, but you know when somebody is not calling you back. That's pretty much obvious.
All right, well, we found a list of 5 things, 5 reasons why girls think that they're getting dumped, I assume. This is what this is about. All right, so the first reason, and also the guy's response to the reason to see if it's true or false. This is one reason girls think that guys break up with them, because the timing is off, right? So women get serious when they meet the right man. Men get serious with whomever we happen to be dating when we're finally ready to settle down. I have this theory that men eventually settle down with the woman who happens to be around at the right time, not the right woman. I could be Angelina Jolie, but if the timing is off by even 1 month, he's not going to be my Brad Pitt. Is that true?
I think we're waiting on Lawrence. Isn't that Lawrence's comment? It was a question about a woman. Can't answer.
Well, first of all, I wasn't listening. Sorry. But yeah,
Tell the world, Lawrence.
you guys
Tell
were
the world.
supposed to say if these are true or not, because somebody's saying that some of these things are wrong. Some of these excuses that we're getting.
Now, do you think that's true for you? Do you think that the reason you don't end up, or the reason you would dump a girl, is because the timing is just not right? You're not ready to be married, but as soon as you're ready to be married, whoever you get with is going to be your wife? Or is it just that you don't like her?
No, it's just that I don't like her.
See, I'm opposite. I think that it's a mixture of both. I think that there's also the case where, even I've been in situations before where you're with a girl that, you know what, you really like her, but at that time you just feel like, you know what, I'm not ready for this, so you back down. But if it had been a case where I thought that I was ready, I took some time off, I'm ready to date, then that's the person I'm going to commit with. I'm more of a commitment person than a right person right now type deal.
Let me ask you about this, because this has come up before in conversations, like with roles. Is it that a man can be, does it work when a man is more in love with a woman, or if a man is ready for a relationship to go further than the woman is that when it works? Because I would think that clingy women that are aggressive, tend to turn men off